You know what I love about getting older? You've earned the right to know yourself. You know what you enjoy, what you believe, and who matters to you. But here's the thing, none of that wisdom does you much good if your body won't cooperate and your mind keeps losing its keys. Today, we're going to talk about two things that research shows are the most powerful tools you have to stay strong, independent, and mentally sharp well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. And they're probably not as complicated as you think. We're talking about food and exercise. Simple as that. Let's dive in. Here's something most people don't realize. After age 60, your body starts changing in some specific ways. You naturally lose muscle mass, about 3 to 5% per decade. Your metabolism slows, your bones get more fragile, and here's the brain piece. Your risk for cognitive decline, including conditions like Alzheimer's, starts going up. But here's the good news, and I want you to really hear this. Most of that decline is not inevitable. Studies from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the National Institutes of Health all point to the same conclusion. What you eat and how you move can dramatically slow down or even reverse many of these changes. You are not powerless here. You have more control than you think. Let's talk food first. The number one thing older adults in America are not getting enough of is protein. Your muscles need protein to stay strong. Most experts recommend that people over 65 aim for about half a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you're aiming for roughly 75 grams of protein a day. That's more than most seniors are eating. Great sources? Eggs? Don't be afraid of eggs. They're a superfood for older adults. Chicken, especially salmon and tuna, Greek yogurt, beans, lentils, and cottage cheese. If you can get some protein at every meal, you're already ahead of the game. Next up, healthy fats for your brain. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and it needs the right kinds of fat to function well. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, and sardines are like fuel for your brain cells. Research shows they can reduce inflammation in the brain and lower the risk of dementia. Then there's fiber. As we age, digestion slows down, and fiber keeps things moving and helps control blood sugar and cholesterol. Oatmeal, berries, broccoli, whole grains, these are your friends. Now, what should you eat less of? The big three are ultra-processed foods, excess sugar, and too much sodium. The average American senior gets way too much sodium, which raises blood pressure and strains the heart. Processed snacks, canned soups, deli meats, read those labels. One eating pattern that's backed by a ton of research is called the MIND diet. It stands for Mediterranean-Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay. It's basically a combination of Mediterranean and heart-healthy eating. It emphasizes leafy greens like spinach and kale, berries, nuts, fish, olive oil, whole grains, and beans. Studies show it can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's by up to 53% in people who follow it closely. That's remarkable. One last thing about food. Don't skip meals and make sure you're drinking enough water. Dehydration is a huge, underappreciated problem in older adults. Your thirst signals get weaker as you age, so you may not feel thirsty even when you're low on fluids. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Now let's talk about exercise. And before you say, "I'm too old for that," I want to stop you right there. Research shows that people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s can build muscle and improve their balance and strength with the right kind of movement. There are 3 types of exercise that matter most for older adults. First, strength training, also called resistance training. This is the single best thing you can do to fight muscle loss and keep your metabolism going. You don't need a gym membership. Bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups, squats holding a chair, and leg lifts work great. If you have light dumbbells or resistance bands, even better. Aim for 2 to 3 times a week. Second, balance exercises. Balance is one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization for Americans over 65. 1 in 4 seniors falls each year. Balance training can cut that risk significantly. Something as simple as standing on one foot while holding a counter for 10 seconds is a balance exercise. Tai Chi is also incredible for this. It's gentle, it's social, and studies show it dramatically reduces fall risk. Third, aerobic exercise. Walking is the most underrated exercise in America. A 30-minute walk most days of the week helps your heart, your lungs, your mood, your blood sugar, and your brain. If 30 minutes feels like too much, 3 10-minute walks during the day add up to the same benefit. You can swim, ride a stationary bike, or take a water aerobics class. All excellent low-impact options. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. That's just over 20 minutes a day. You can do that. Here's something that really excites me. Exercise doesn't just help your body, it actually changes your brain. When you exercise, your brain releases a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Some scientists call it miracle grow for the brain. It helps grow new brain cells and strengthens the connections between them. Combine that with good nutrition, especially those omega-3s and antioxidant-rich foods, and you are literally feeding and growing a better brain. The combination of moving more and eating better is the most powerful anti-aging strategy we have. No supplement, no pill comes close. So here's my challenge to you today. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one thing from food and one thing from exercise. Maybe you start adding an egg and some Greek yogurt to your breakfast. Maybe you take a 15-minute walk after dinner. Small, consistent steps build into big, lasting change. You've spent your whole life showing up for the people you love. Now it's time to show up for yourself, because the stronger and sharper you stay, the more of yourself you get to give. Stay strong, stay smart, and take good care.